I'm 31, but I still enjoy shows and movies which tell stories of young adults. They seem to affect me in ways I cannot explain. In one of the podcasts I was listening, John Green talks about this. He points out that all the things that are still happening to us now happened to us for the first time when we were teenagers. Whether it is dealing with grief, asking big questions about meaning and suffering, or falling in love, we are still having these experiences. But the first time when we felt it when we were adolescents, it was so much more intense. And I kinda agree to this. The things that I have felt when I was younger, I might never feel it again. And that is why young adult stories interest me. I had watched the Australian comedy drama Please Like Me sometime last year, but I rewatched it recently and realized how much I loved the show. I remembered almost all the parts because it had affected me deeply when I had watched it the first time. There are scenes which are really funny, and there are scenes which are devastating to a point where I have to pause the show for a bit. The show was created by Josh Thomas, who also plays the role of the main character Josh. He lives with his friend Tom. Josh and Tom are friends in real life, and they are both writers of the show. In the first episode, we come to know that Josh is gay, his girlfriend breaks up with him, and his mom tries to kill herself. I love the way the characters react to stressful situations. Usually in shows, I see people having the perfect thing to say or do when faced with a tricky situation. But Please Like Me embraces the awkwardness of being human, of having nothing to say or do at times. It is honest and it sensitizes with the helplessness that we all experience. I loved each and every character in this show. They are all so well written and feel realistic. Josh and Thomas's real life friendship helps with the chemistry between their characters and makes the situations, jokes and fights more believable. My favorite character of the show is Hannah, who is played by Hannah Gadsby of the Nanette fame. She comes in the second season and she is brilliant. She also co-wrote some of the episodes of the show. I'm a huge fan of the way she delivers bitter truths with a deadpan face. The way she portrays the character of someone struggling with mental health issues feels so raw and honest. The show is also very light-hearted. The opening credits generally has someone cooking and dancing in the kitchen, often lip-syncing to the title song and sometimes looking directly at the camera. Most of the scenes involve people sitting and chatting while having food. There are whole episodes which takes place over dinner in a restaurant. Also, all the episodes are named after different dishes. There's an episode where after the death of a character, Josh and his mom, Rose, go on a hike. There's no one else, just the two of them in the Tasmanian wilderness. It's a really beautiful episode. By the end of it, the characters are a little bit different than they were in the beginning, and this change of heart is portrayed beautifully. This is good storytelling. There are many other episodes like this which breaks the pattern. It comes at a crucial point in the story, and by the end of the episode, the characters might have deepened their relationship, or they might have drifted apart or evolved in some ways. The show is filled with lots of unhappy people. They go through tragic situations which are depicted in an unsentimental way. I love how the show bridges the gap between joy and tragedy. We see Hannah drift through life, spending time with people without really wanting to, trying to do all the things that she wants, even though it is extremely difficult. I feel it normalizes mental illness in a way no other show has done before. There are few scenes of self-harm which caught me off guard, and it came without any warning, but it helped me understand the inner turmoil of the character. In spite of all the serious issues it addresses, the show is still hilarious. The show acknowledges the fact that not everything can be fixed. It might sound depressing, but there's also a sense of relief knowing that. The show has a good balance of situations which portray the grim reality of living, and over-the-top theatrical performances which lighten the mood. Please Like Me embraces the pains and joys of everyday life. It celebrates the relationships which come and go and also the ones that stick around. Characters on screen are so much at ease with one another. It sees the good in people. The show portrays what is real in an empathetic way. There is a certain kind of gentleness and vulnerability between people who care for each other, which makes the show so comforting to watch. Do check out the show if you get a chance. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.